Today on Sledhead 24/7, a Sledhead 24/7 road trip to Snowmobile country in Minnesota as Chelsie and Fish explore the world's largest Arctic dealer. From sales, service, mail order, all tied together by a winning racing heritage. Fish and our team of test riders are on their game as they do what they do best: ride, rate, and review. The new sleds are faster, stronger, and with tons of new innovations, and that equals a whole lot of fun. We're heading to the mountains on the Polaris PRO RMK with the all-new 850 Patriot engine. How does it hold up after some long-term testing and hard riding? Later, our test riders get busy with some hardcore testing on the Ski-doo Backcountry X-RS 850. What makes it an all-round great snowmobile, and what is the best category of riding? We'll explain. AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram has arrived. We'll show you how easy it is to pick up your VIP pass by just test driving a Ram. All that and more right here, right now on Sledhead 24/7.
Holy smolies, man.
It's Cody Cam on front. Tucker Hiller driving. Cam just put 10G in his pocket.
Doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Welcome to another great episode of Sledhead 24/7. I'm your host, Chelsea Scorch, and joining me is our tech expert, Jeff Fisher. We are coming to you from Country Cat in Sauk Center, Minnesota. Country Cat is the world's largest Arctic Cat dealer, and here at Sledhead 24/7, whenever we need something Arctic Cat, we shop Country Cat first.
Yeah, this place is unreal. To be able to say you're the world's largest Arctic Cat dealer, how cool is that? Let's go check out what they have to offer us.
It all began close to 30 years ago. The world's largest Arctic Cat dealership was born, located on Interstate 94 between Minneapolis and Fargo. Many cat fans make a day trip out of it, and why not? Country Cat not only stocks the latest and greatest Arctic Cat sleds and accessories, but it's also a museum and shrine to all things green. Country Cat is headed up by this man, PJ Wanderscheid, a legendary racer who owns many world championships.
So what I feel sets us apart from other Arctic Cat dealers is, I think passion. And we live it, we breathe it. When we were racing, we're very passionate about being the best, and no different than, being in the dealership, we strive to be the best. And that's, comes from, doing the setups 100% by the book, shipping orders fast, greeting the customer quickly, having people on staff that have the knowledge to take care of you. Without researching and having to call various people. And it's really just about passion and wanting to do the best for the customer.
A legendary racer with many world championship titles, PJ owned the sport of oval racing, and his style and skill almost mythical.
I had some success in my days. We won 4 world championships, a TLR Cup championship, 3 525 championships, 2 Canadian championships. So we had a lot of fun, and definitely a lot of memories come with that.
At epic races such as Eagle River in northern Wisconsin, you get an idea of just why folks love this sport. PJ never slows down and has been a cat man his entire life. He applies many of the winning strategies he's learned while racing to the day-to-day operations at Country Cat.
A lot of people don't know that we have a huge online presence, and it's just not Arctic Cat stuff. Obviously, Textron Off-Road, Easy Go, we handle a lot of the major snowmobile players in the aftermarket world. And as always, we ship them fast, and most orders are shipped free over $39. So it's all about that customer experience and making sure they're taken care of, whether they come in the door or they shop online.
That's a whirlwind tour of the world's largest Arctic Cat dealer. But at the core of what works here is the deep passion for the sport. These folks simply love what they do, and it shows.
Do a good job and treat people right, and from 1991 to 2018 now, it's definitely grown a lot.
Stay tuned, there's more Sledhead 24/7 to come right after this.
When Sledhead 24/7 returns, head to the mountains with the Polaris PRO RMK 850. New for 2019, Polaris went big with a brand new motor. The team of engineers designed an all-new power plant, the 850 Patriot, and it makes riding a whole lot of fun in the steep and deep. Later, get busy in the garage with some new accessories that make your sled even more fun. The Ski-doo Backcountry X-RS 850 earned the title as Sledhead 24/7 Off-Trail Crossover Sled of the Year. Take a deep dive on why this sled has earned the title as great all-round snowmobile, as Jeff Fisher and the crew put it through a classic Sledhead 24/7 test. And Fish share the easy ways to pick your Ram VIP experience at AMSOIL Championship Snocross powered by Ram. Please stay tuned. Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL, runs on freedom, by Polaris, by Arctic Cat, Ski-doo, that Ski-doo feeling, by FXR, extreme adaptability for all conditions, and powered by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
I am Cody Cam, and you are watching Sledhead 24/7.
Jeff, I was walking through the back shop the other day, checking out all the sleds, and the Polaris 850 really caught my eye.
Yeah, you saw their new Polaris 850 RMK with the 850 Patriot motor, has a redesigned front end, which is a little narrower, and redesigned running boards, which makes it awesome for mountain riding. You guys gotta really check that out.
For 2019, the Pro RMK brings the tried and true chassis with a few tweaks and a brand new 850 Patriot motor. And let me tell you, it is a blast to ride in deep, deep snow and the most technical riding that you can put it into.
The 850 Pro RMK, this thing's got that new Patriot 850 motor, and I mean, Polaris has always had a strong motor, and now, they start off fresh and honestly come up with even more power. So this thing was awesome in the mountains. You can get the 155, the 163, or 174 track. In this motor, honestly, even with the 174, plenty of power to pull it. Polaris, the thing is bulletproof. They've tested this thing for the chassis for years and years and years, and now they throw this much more power at it. So, an unbelievable force to be reckoned with in the mountains.
Most noticeably, beyond the 850 Patriot engine, is the new RMK React front suspension that's on all of our Pros. And this thing maintains all that precision and predictability that the Pro RMK is known for, but with a narrower setup and all new front suspension system, it is that much easier to ride.
Now Polaris, they did a lot of changes. That 850 motor, all new motor. They have narrow running boards, they have narrower front end, makes it easily to hold a side hill. I couldn't believe how nice. When you laid it into a side hill, that little bit narrower front end just held it so much nicer. This new 850 Patriot engine, Polaris, just kudos to them. They go from the ground up, brand new motor. And for them to come with a new motor and then give us consumers a 4-year warranty, that's pretty good. That's a pretty bold statement on their part. They feel pretty confident on how that motor is going to be. The power is really good on that motor. It'll run with any of the other 850s, no problem.
It doesn't have to be an advanced rider to ride this sled. I mean, a lot of people see guys riding it through the tight trees and I never go in the trees. This sled, no, this sled handles everywhere. Just from the reaction with that new React front end, gets it on side better than ever. I mean, you can put this thing on its side and it'll hold the side hill for as long as you can hang on.
Yeah, so I've been on the 850 since January. The new React front end that is adjustable from 36 inches to 38. I think most people are really enjoying the front end at the 36, and having that narrow front end just makes the snowmobile that much easier to tip on its side, manipulate in the trees, and just overall just kind of hitting the easy button. It's making it a lot nicer for riders like me that are really aggressive and want this sled to fit through the tightest trees possible, but then even for riders that are just getting started with the sport, just makes it a lot easier for them to initiate their turns and do all that stuff as they're just learning.
Really the biggest thing that I like about that 36-inch front end is that it's not darty, and it's not too aggressive. You know, it's very predictable. In the past, some of the sleds, when you go super narrow, they become really wobbly or darty, and that Pro RMK React suspension is something that you're going to be able to ride, and you're not going to be wondering which direction you're going to go. You can ride it in a neutral position, you can ride it aggressively, and really, test out your skill level.
The crown jewel of the new 850, obviously in the power plant, this is a brand new motor. We're claiming 9% more power over the current 800 HO. It's a lot of new parts, a lot of things going on inside the motor that it sounds different, but it's pretty unanimous. The thing pulls super hard, its mid-range is unreal, and I'm really liking it and like where our Polaris is headed.
Jeff, that looks like an awesome new sled from Polaris. I can't wait to join you guys.
You know, it won't be that long and we'll be able to get out and ride.
Make sure you guys stay tuned. There's more Sledhead 24/7 to come right after this.
What does it take to earn the title as off-trail crossover sled? When Sledhead 24/7 returns, we hit on and off the trail with Ski-doo Backcountry X-RS 850 and push it hard to discover what makes it the best all-round snowmobile. Ram Trucks, the official truck for Sledhead 24/7. Tech expert Jeff Fisher shares his favorite new trucks to an even better ride. But first, here's today's AMSOIL Tech Tip.
Hey, Len Groom from AMSOIL here. Today we're talking about AMSOIL Mudslinger, and when we're in the middle of a snow season, you wouldn't think you'd be using this product. However, it has some pretty cool uses I wanted to talk about. One of the things you can do with Mudslinger is much the same as you would with an ATV or a dirt bike. You can spray it on the sled before you go out and ride, and it will actually help to keep the snow from building up on the suspension in the tunnel. One of the other things Mudslinger does very well is it'll actually clean the snowmobile. So you can spray a little on a rag if you're in an enclosed trailer and wipe it on the panels, or you could even spray it directly on the body, give it a wipe, and you have a nice, clean, shiny finish that'll look good all through the season. For more information on any of our products, check out AMSOIL.com.
I'm Jeff Fisher, and you're watching Sledhead 24/7.
Welcome back to Sledhead 24/7. One of our favorite things to do on this show is to ride, rate, and review. Jeff, what sled do you have for us this week?
You know, this week I'm riding the Ski-doo's Backcountry X-RS. Now, this is a snowmobile I've been asking for years. In fact, I think it says underneath in small print, the Jeff Fisher edition. This fits the way I like to ride to a T. Check it out. This thing is an absolute blast to ride. We just got done riding like 25 miles of trail to get up here. Now we're playing around the powder. It's not what we'd call blower pow, but it's snow all the same. And Ski-doo's new Backcountry X-RS does it all.
50-50 all the way. It'll do it all really well. And I think it's a go anywhere sled. I would take it up where I take my mountain sled.
This weekend we also put the new Ski-doo Backcountry X-RS. It's a little bit longer, but it has a little bit narrower front end. And I tell you what, when we first got to the cheddar section that we were going to run and really try and put these sleds to the test, I rode that sled and I thought it was going to be actually the better rough trail segment from Ski-doo. But you know, as some of the bumps developed and we were kind of winding in and out of some of the corners, we found that the Renegade XRS really lent itself better with just a little bit wider suspension for those guys that are going to spend a little bit more time on the trail and just focus on hitting the bumps as fast as they can.
It was very trail friendly. You started hitting the big bumps. I mean, we almost picked that as our rough trail candidate for Ski-doo. So this sled is really, in my opinion, one of the first true 50-50 trail, off-trail bump sled you can buy on the market today. All the manufacturers do a really good job at certain things, but I think Ski-doo hit it really well. They put a package together that, personally myself, I could ride that sled all year long. I could go out west. I could go ditch banging back in the Midwest. I can go up to the UP in northern Wisconsin and Minnesota, play in the backcountry stuff, and still enjoy myself on that sled.
Well, new for this year is the backcountry in the X-RS package. So we've got an 850 motor combined with that backcountry package with the ski motion, the 146-inch length track. And we put the shocks in it from the MXZ type series where you got the KYB Pro 36s up front, the KYB Pro 40s in the back. So it really handles the rough stuff really, really well, but it really is a riot off trail too. You know, it's got a little bit narrower stance, and that ski motion will let you lift the skis a little bit easier when you're off trail. So the transfer's good. It's a great package, and I know for a lot of all-around riders, that's the machine they should be in.
They finally made a sled that we all love. This is really good in the mountains, and it's great on the trails with the suspension, the XRS package as a whole. This whole package is a true 50-50 crossover sled. You want to play back in the Midwest, backcountry, go trail riding, then yet take it into the mountains. A little clutch change and a little calibration to whatever altitude you're at. You guys are going to have a fantastic time on this snowmobile.
You know, Jeff, there are a lot of guys like you that like to ride in all sorts of different riding environments.
No, that's right. And this machine, I can go on the groom trails with my buddies. I can go and ride the backcountry as well as hit the big crusher bumps. Now stay tuned, there's more Sledhead 24/7 to come.
At Sledhead 24/7, it's true. We love to accessorize our snowmobiles. Fish lets us in on a few secrets that he uses on his sled. How can you pick up a Ram VIP experience at a snowcross race? We'll explain after a brief timeout. Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL, runs on freedom. Rocks, your rider position specialists. Traxxas, the fastest name in radio control. By Stud Boy, traction with an attitude. Ziegler Cat, exceptional service backing the best equipment. And by U.S. Air Force, aim high.
Hey, it's gearhead time here at Sledhead 24/7. We're in the shop, working on the sleds, putting on some accessories. Our folks out at Ibex sent us some really cool product to make our winter even more enjoyable for us. Yeah, Ibex is a fairly new company. They've been around a few years, but they've had a snowmobile passion for many years. One of the products we're going to showcase today is their ice scratchers. What it is a reversible ice scratcher. Many of you know that some of the scratchers, if you go to back up, you pretty much will destroy them. These are a little more forgiving. They can both go forward and backwards. Simple to install. We'll show you how. Their instructions are really good. They have real detail how to do it. Read it through once, pretty self-explanatory. What you'll do is find your holes where they need to go, line up your spring holes, make sure you Loctite everything. They use Nylock nuts, but I still like to use a little Loctite. You don't want this stuff coming loose. So now all that's left to do is to mount your holder. There again, some Loctite on the bolt. And voila. It's just that easy to install. For more information, check out ibex.com, IBEXX.com. And watch our next show. We're going to show a really cool clutch tool that no gearhead should be without.
The U.S. Air Force Snocross National Pro Final is on.
Hey guys, I got some really cool news for you. iSock and Ram got together and put together a VIP program. All you need to do, go to a Ram dealer. Simple as taking a test drive, bring proof that you took a test drive to any national snowcross event where you're going to get the full VIP Ram treatment. You're going to get some really cool swag and a pit pass. I mean, how much cooler could it be than walking around in the pits meeting all the drivers? And that is brought to you by Ram.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week's episode of Sledhead 24/7. I'm Chelsea Skorich.
And I'm Jeff Fisher, where we ride, rate, and review because that's what we do.
And make sure we see you out on the trail.
Stay in touch, hit send, and share a story idea. We're always live on Sledhead247.com. Or make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Next week on Sledhead 24/7, we go one-on-one with Kyle Pauline, a snowcross racer with the right stuff on the championship chase. And we'll share the latest ways to accessorize your Ski-doo with the latest gear and gadgets. See you next week on Sledhead 24/7.